What's up, guys? A little Q&A session today. I had asked some of my followers, some of you guys on my Instagram at Supreme_charts, to send me some questions on trading, investing, finance, Bitcoin, crypto, Tesla, any ticker names, anything you guys want, any questions. I'm here to give my point of view and to give you my opinion on things. So I want to get you guys more involved as well in my videos and in my content. Honestly, I do it for you guys so we can all learn together. So I did get a couple questions in my DM, so I'm going to go over them now and hopefully bring you guys some value on the questions you guys learned, and then hopefully even the people that didn't ask me any questions, you guys can learn something from the others who did. I'm going to pick up my phone and see what we got first. All right, so I'm going to start off with my buddy Joshua M_Lee. He asked me to go over Microsoft, and then he also asked me to explain a long straddle and other options strategies. Thank you, Josh, my man, for sending me this question. Glad to go over. Microsoft has been killer. Let me show you how much we've gone up just since the beginning of the year. 2019, Microsoft up 15% already. So very, very good. There's no red flags. This blue and red line you see here, those are exponential moving averages, the 12 and 26 period, I believe. And it just shows as a visual guide for average prices. And basically, it's been acting as support for a while now. So we've been riding on these exponential moving averages and no red flags, really. The biggest drop we had was January 24th, but it wasn't a big deal. We had our top, our temporary top. We had a daily high or low above this level, and then we went straight into continuation. We continued up. We didn't go into an equilibrium. We didn't have any bear breaks. We just had a high, a low, and a higher high. So that next higher high was set at 174.05. Now, Bitcoin was starting to drop. Anything above 160 was going to be a daily high or low. That's exactly what happened. We draw our second line here. And just like we had a little high, low, and a continuation, we had another high, low, and continuation. So right now, Microsoft is full steam ahead. Microsoft can drop all the way, looking for anything above 169.58. So anything above 169.58 is just a daily high or low, just like these ones. So unless we see a break of 169 and then a flip downwards, then that would be a little bit alarming. But I don't see Microsoft going that low anytime soon. Even if we do drop from where we are here tomorrow, anything above 169.58 would be almost 6% from where we are now. So the bulls have a lot of room to work with. So tomorrow we could see a little bit of consolidation, but as long as we stay above 169.58, everything is all good. And I think your second question was about the long straddle. The long straddle, I haven't really used that strategy yet, but I do know that it's basically you're buying call and you're buying a put at the same time at the same strike level. So you'd be buying this 180 call and you'd be buying the 180 put. Now what that happens is you're basically only going to make money if it goes above 180 a lot or below 180 a lot. So it's kind of like a neutral strategy where you don't You don't know which way the stock is going to go, but you know it's volatile and you know it's going to either go up a lot or go down a lot. So if you want to play a long straddle, it's probably going to be where you have like an equilibrium and something's consolidating for a while. It's in a long tightening range. You don't know if it's going to break up or break down, but you know that something's imminent, that something's coming. Other strategies that I use, you can also sell puts and sell calls. So instead of that example where we had Microsoft at 180 and you'd be paying $2.80, so you'd have to pay $280 for that call. You can also sell that call to somebody else, meaning you would receive that $280 and then as that, so that's called a premium. They'd pay you the $280, and as price starts moving towards your direction, if it expires under 180, then I'd keep the money. If it expires above 180, then I'd be losing some money. So if you're confident that a stock is not going to go below a certain level or it's not going to go above a certain level, then you can sell a call or sell a put. And I kind of like doing that better because you receive the money up front, and there's no time decay. The time decay is hurting the other person. So every day the stock stays flat, the other person is getting screwed and you're getting that money. So that's why I prefer selling options instead of buying options. So thank you, Josh, for that question. Hopefully I didn't confuse you, and hopefully I brought some value to everyone else who doesn't know about options and can start trading them. And the good thing about options is that for $280, if you're buying this at the strike price that I was talking about, you can control 100 shares of Microsoft. Instead, 100 shares of Microsoft would cost you so much money if it's trading at $180 right now, a shit ton. So that's why I prefer options over just regular stocks. All right, so for the next question, we have a Carlo _Schroeder. Carlo, thank you so much for the question. I'd be glad to respond. So he said, what is your current thinking about Tesla? Do you think it's a bubble that will burst? So I previously made a video on Tesla a couple days ago. Nothing much has changed, so you can go check that out. But I'm also going to explain to you what's going on. So I view Tesla kind of like I view any euphoric, huge run-up. I know Tesla is a very good company and has good fundamentals, but I'm not really sure if those fundamentals justify a 300% move in 2 months or whatever it was. So in this scenario, I kind of view Tesla like Bitcoin was in that run-up to 20,000. So we were sitting at 20,000, and the whole market thought we were going to 100,000, right? We get all the way up to 20K, and what happens? Over the next 2-3 weeks, we're down 50%. We went all the way down to $11,000, something like that. So I'd be very, very careful with trading Tesla, especially how high it is now and how expensive it is. I mean, just today, you can see this wick went all the way up to 972, and the lowest point was at 832. So if we take our little tool here, the max drop we saw today was 14%. So yeah, there's a lot of opportunity in Tesla if you're a scalp trader, if you're doing little day trades, but I don't think it's a smart play for a swing trade or anything like that. If anything, we're just looking for a daily high or low. Anything above 539, that was the last higher low, and we just seen higher highs this whole time. So anything above 539 is just a daily higher low. So I do think that this party is going to end. I don't know if it's going to end this week or next week, or if we're going to get to $1,000 first, but this is definitely going to crash, and it's going to crash, not crash, but it's going to drop pretty hard. If we can see a 14% move like today, and it's barely noticeable on the chart, I mean, if we go up to $1,000, we could easily drop 30% back to 700, and we'd still be overvalued because the fundamentals haven't changed over the last 4 to 6 months. The only thing really impressive that Tesla's done in the last 6 months or whatever, they've built a factory in China, I'm pretty sure, in under a year. It was like 10 months, something like that. So that's pretty bullish for fundamentals, but other than that, nothing has really justified this 400% move that we've seen in Tesla. So I'm staying away from it, but there are opportunities for scalping or for shorting, or if you're going bullish and you see a 14% drop, or you see a 5-minute higher low, then you can get in there and make a little flip or something like that. But I'm not experienced enough at trading, and I'm not risking that for something that's already pushed up that much. I would have rather bought Tesla when it was sitting at $300 than to buy it now. If you buy it now and it goes down to $600, you're going to want to kick yourself in the face, and it's not going to be pretty. So I've made that mistake with Bitcoin before, and I'm not going to make that mistake now. So you just stay patient. There's a million other stocks you can buy, or you can wait till this stock drops back down to $400 or $500, whatever it's going to be. It's going to drop at one point, because when we were at this in December of 2018, August 2018, we were up at $400. You think anyone thought we were going to go all the way back down to 175? We were going to have a 50% drop? We went all the way down to 176. That's the same thing that's going to happen this time. We're sitting at almost $1,000. Somewhere over the next month, 6 months, 1 year, we're going to see price go back down $400, $500, $600, whatever, but it's not going to keep going up. So that is my opinion on Tesla. Hopefully, you've done a little bit of research on your own, and you kind of have your own thoughts on what you want to do. Hopefully, I gave you a little bit of insight on why I'm not buying it. All right, our third question's from D. Nivaraloco. He said, anything about gold? Anything. Well, all right, that's an easy one. I'll go to gold, and I'll show you anything. So this is where gold's at right now. We had the temporary top set on January 8th, right? That's at 1611. We dropped all the way down to 1536, and that's our current support still holding. We inched up all the way riding these exponential moving averages, and yesterday and the day before yesterday, we set a lower high compared to 1611. Now we're looking for a higher low, anything above 1536. So if I zoom out to the 3-day time frame, it's kind of easier to see. You have the high, the low, a lower high, and now we're looking for anything above 1536 for a higher low. The way this looks is an equilibrium. So you have the low, the high, a higher low. Once we find this higher low, we're going to look for anything below 1592 and keep tightening in this range. This is kind of like a 3-day equilibrium. So patient on gold. If you're not in gold yet, you're going to want to buy above this 1536 level to try to buy that higher low. So the way that we can tell if this level here is going to be our higher low and we're going to start inching up higher is you're going to want to see a 1 hour, at least a 1 hour, if not a 4 hour trend change. So if I zoom into the 4 hour time frame, you can see we have bounced already, but this bounce could easily just be a 4 hour lower high and then just dip down below. And on the daily time frame, it's just going to look like a continuation from this red bar. So the way that you're going to want to set this up, if you're trying to buy gold and you haven't bought yet, this bounce is going to top out eventually. So it's going to be a 4 hour lower high. You're going to want to enter on a 4 hour higher low above 1549 and then hope for a 4 hour trend change. That will be the prime moment to buy in gold if you haven't yet. And then hopefully the way that will look on the daily will be anything below 1592 and then break. So that's my analysis on gold. If you are interested in buying gold, you can buy GLD is the ETF. If you want to buy the 3 times inverse of GLD, it's UGLD. You can also buy GDX, which is the gold miners. You can buy NUGT, which is the gold miners inverse. You can trade options for gold as well, or you can buy physical gold. But I do think that with how economics is going currently and just the state of a lot of countries easing and injecting monetary stimulus into their economies, I think that's going to be very bullish for gold over the next 6 months to a year, 2 years, whatever the time frame is going to be. But I think gold is not done yet with its run up past 1900 and to all-time highs. So hope that answered your question. We'll move on to the next one. So for the last question, I have ch.s15. He sent me this. He said, hello. Well, he sent me this January 20th. I didn't get to it, but now I'm getting to it. CH. So he said, hello, I'm a beginner. I don't really know much. I've got MetaTrader 4. I'd just like to ask you what's the best way to start trading and how to go about it on a cheap budget. Any help is much appreciated, bro. So if you're on a cheap budget, the first thing you have to do is distinguish, are you trying to make a lot of money? Are you trying to grow and compound your account over an extended period of time? Are you trying to make quick money now? Are you going to be day trading, swing trading? If you are new to the space and you don't want to pay attention that much to what's going on, you're not really have a passion for trading, you don't really have time to get into all of it, then I would just buy straight up S&P 500 ETF. It's an index of the top 500 stocks in the market, and you're going to get a little piece of everything. And I mean, if last year it went up 26%, so if you start buying into SPY now, over the next 20, 30 years, you're going to have a huge, huge return if that's compounding. If you're looking for something more short-term and you only have a few hundred or a couple $1,000 and you are interested in learning, then I would dive deep into all the information you can get on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Follow closely all the people that you connect with and that you are similar to, and then that will make it easier for you learning how to trade. You don't want to go into it and lose all your money immediately. You are going to lose money in the beginning. That's just the name of the game. You're not experienced and you don't really know how to trade, but at least you can lose a little bit and learn from the people that you like, and then get at least started with technical analysis and just easy easy swing trades for a couple weeks on basic names on S&P 500 or on Apple, or just stocks that you think are going to go up, and you can put in your couple hundred, couple thousand. It's not going to give you back any life-changing money, but that it's just patience, and it's just going step by step and getting better and better every day. If you hear about those people that are like, oh, I've turned $1,000 into $50,000, that is not true. That's not how trading works. There's no shortcuts to trading. If you don't have that much money, it's kind of hard to make a lot of money in trading. Unless you're doing crazy options plays, you're buying calls that are way out of the money, and then that's how you can make a killing, like a killing. But that is so risky, and you don't really know what you're doing. I don't know how to do that yet. I mean, I wouldn't. It's just too risky. So yeah, step by step, keep watching my shit, pay attention to other people's stuff, and you'll get there. As for your trading platform, MetaTrader 4, I haven't used it, but I'm familiar with it. It's just like a software that you can download, and then it has a bunch of brokers on it, so you can trade your account. I just trade off TD Ameritrade, no commissions. It's easy to use, good design and everything. It's simple for the eyes, and it's simple to use. So I would go and make an account on TD Ameritrade, 0 commissions, and then start from there. Also, if you have any more questions, you can reach out to me, and I'd be glad to help you out. That's it, guys, for today's video. Thank you guys for sending me all your questions. It means a lot that you guys are paying attention and want to get involved, and also that you want to be more curious into trading. And I remember when I was first started out trading, it seemed like a lot. It seemed very confusing, and now that I get the hang of it, it's so fun to do, and it's so fun to talk about. So hopefully you guys get a little bit of the same spark of passion that I got in trading, and hopefully you get into it as well. So thank you guys for sending me all the questions. I want to get you guys more involved in my videos and in my future videos. So if you have any ticker symbols or any questions, feel free to DM me on my Instagram. It's @Supreme_charts. And if you enjoyed the video, please help me out with the like in below, and also subscribe to my channel, and I'll be posting a lot more videos. So with that being said, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you next time.